So is this going to be like a packet of Dad Feels? Is this going to be kind of rehash of the story? Just is it going to be a brand new story?
This movie will be familiar faces, but not playing the same characters. But the main thing is it's going to be way, way darker.
All right, well, very happy to have you back. It's been a long time since the last interview. You're in a totally different space now. Dad Feels' original story has kind of ended. You've done a bunch of other projects. You've boxed twice since then, I believe.
Yeah. That's right. Yep. I just noticed the record.
Yeah, got the record for sure.
Awesome. Thank you for getting one.
I'm not gonna say I've damaged it, but I listened to it so many times. I'm sure it's got some scratching. It's not supposed to be there.
Oh, that's great. That's good to hear. It's getting used.
It was my first record, actually.
Really?
Oh. Yeah, I've got quite a few now, but that was our first record. So.
Oh, very cool.
You got me started.
Dad got you into the vinyl then. That's cool.
Absolutely. So will you be making any vinyls in the future? Do you have any plans for CDs, any physical audio media we can look forward to?
Yes, I definitely plan on making tapes. Cassettes are a thing I'd like to do.
So yeah, I've got some cassettes as well.
Nice. I love cassettes, and I think cassettes are kind of like cool again. I think all physical media is like going to be cool for a while because it's like harder to get, which makes it more in demand in a way, I guess.
Exactly.
But vinyl seems to have never slowed down since its inception. But vinyl was the thing I got asked a lot when I first started Dad and put out the songs, like constantly. It was the one question that happened the most was, will there be a Dad vinyl? Will there be a Dad vinyl? So I was like, okay, now that exists, and it's the first one. It's kind of like a compilation, that one. I would like to put out everything on physical media that is in the correct like category in order, like the first album and then second, third, and put them out as cohesive pieces.
Gotcha.
But that, just to get one out, was like, here's the best stuff. This is like everything that I like the most. But yeah, there will be definitely more. It's just, it's only me doing everything, so it's like slow and hard. Then I feel bad. I wish I could like pump out stuff like other YouTubers that have like teams, but eventually.
Exactly. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. They think that you have a team, this huge team, because Dad Feels was such a highly produced series. They expect you to have this giant team behind you, a bunch of editors and merchandise teams and everything, but it's you. It's always basically just been you.
Literally everything is just me editing music, making it, promoting it. I mean, I get that a lot of people will comment. I don't know if you're actually reading this on the Nathan channel and Dad channel, and I always write back, nope, it's just me. I read every comment. I'm the one hearting them. So just so they know it is me, but I'll get to more vinyls at some point.
And I'm sure you've been accused of being AI at some point for hearting every comment.
A lot of people that say they think I have a program or
Dad is a program technically.
And then whenever someone comments that, I'm like, well, I have to respond so they know it is me. But a lot of times I will just be going through hearting, and I read them all, which takes some time. But the ones that call it out as being fake, I'll then write, they say, what program are you using to this? And I say, the program I'm using is called My Finger. And then that's like the thing I say. And every time I just let them know it's just me hearting it. But yeah, the YouTube Studio app is where I do it. That's the fastest. I can go to every comment and it goes in time that it's been sent. Yep. So on the Nathan channel, this is a bit of a side rant here, but on the Nathan channel, I've hearted, I'll get like every day I open it up, there'll be some new comments. I'll get through the new ones, and then I pick back up where I left off. And at the moment where I've left off is year 14. So it'll say, this video is really funny or whatever. 14 years ago.
You actually inspired me to do the same thing. On the GP Reach channel, I heart every comment and I go through and read them. That's how I mark what I've read and what I haven't, actually.
That's nice. It's nice, like on the Dad channel, I can complete it in like a little bit. I'll be like, I haven't hearted some comments in a while. And I'll just do it for like 20 minutes and I'll get through everything because I've stayed on top of it since I started the Dad channel. Yeah. The Nathan channel, you couldn't heart comments back when that channel started. It wasn't a thing. So now that it's a thing, that's like all these comments that you could never heart. It's like, oh God, how am I gonna do 20 years? But yeah, I'm glad you do it. It's fun. It's kind of cathartic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's go a little bit into the movie now. So aside from, unfiction and that genre kind of becoming popular again, they're making movies like the Backrooms and things like that. Is there another reason you wanted to make this film? Is it maybe to continue the Dad story? Was there something that inspired you to pick back up wherever this is going to take place?
Well, so Dad originally, I thought Dad was sort of too big for YouTube in a way, and for me at least, because it was so much effort to make that I thought this would look good and work as a TV show. I always wanted Dad to be a TV show, but I couldn't do that because I didn't have a network. So I was like, I'm just going to put it on YouTube. I'm just going to do it, and then I'll pitch it. And I pitched right after I launched Dad. I then pitched it to some networks. I went and had actual pitch meetings in the room with them, and everyone was confused by it. Everyone was like, Adult Swim even said to me, and Adult Swim at the time was doing like weird high concept stuff. And I've worked with Adult Swim for 10 plus years now, and I knew a lot of people there. I was like, okay, I'll just pitch it to them. And they said to me that, yeah, this is a little too high concept for us. We're trying to do less high concept. They wanted to do more like Eric Andre, where it's just simple and funny, which I understand. That's like what the audience was watching at the time. So I was like, okay, that stinks. So I kind of gave up on the pitching and then just stuck with YouTube, and I kept going with YouTube. And I've always wanted to do it for something bigger than just on YouTube. And the reason I want to do that is like, I love YouTube. It's cool. You can make it and you can put it out and people can see it. But then you have to do everything. And like, I would love to just not have to do everything after my career of literally doing everything all the time. Promoting is the worst part. That's what I would like. I'd like to just show up and act in it. If I could only do one thing, I would probably write with writers and then perform. That's like my main thing is performing, but directing, writing, performing, editing, making the music, doing the color correction. I get the wardrobes, all the clothes the girls wear. I like find and I buy and I pick and I make a lot of the props with my friend Mike, who does like a lot of the heavy-handed making. I make all the cans of food. I print the labels. I do it all. So I would love to just not do that. That's the reason, and to just like have a fun, thing I get to be in. But that's the reason of the movie now, is because things have changed. Where high concept. Once Severance came out, I was like, okay, I loved that show too. At first, I was really jealous of Severance because I was like, they're basically doing what Dad is on TV. And I was like, oh no, my chance is gone. And then I started thinking of it different. I was like, well, maybe this just means that people are more willing to watch strange, high concept things. Like, that's a pretty high concept show. Oh yeah. Adult Swim would have said no to that in 2019. So I'm like, okay, that's good. And then with Kane, who did Backrooms, the guy who, as a teenager, did FX on the Dad series, now has the biggest movie ever in Backrooms. And now Alex Kister, who made Mandela Catalogue, he sent me a script a year ago, by the way. I read his script last summer and talked to him about it many times. We would go back and forth. I was giving him my thoughts. He was like courting a certain studio and they were interested, and it seemed like it wasn't really happening for him yet, and like nothing had gone through. Then Backrooms comes out, it becomes a hit. All of Hollywood goes, oh, this is a thing. YouTube spooky weird IP is a thing. Alex thing is all of a sudden fast track. Steven Spielberg's attached to it. I'm speculating on my end. I don't know what happened behind the scenes. Alex has been working on this forever, but in my conversations with him, he was waiting. Now Backrooms is out, and they're doing Siren Head. They're doing Mandela Catalogue. Backrooms is going to have a TV series. I'm like, okay, now is the time for Dad. Dad was one of the original in this world. Dad did the liminal space thing. If we're all joining this party, can I please come in and have something? So that's the reason I think I'd like to do Dad now, is because it's the perfect timing. Yeah. And Dad didn't have the crazy numbers that some of these things had, but Dad was one of the originals that had like Film Theory talking about it, and all the big channels were talking about Dad. So I think it's a good original IP and a good story and a character that is worthy of being on television, because there's shows you've never heard of that can come from nothing, that don't have a following and a fan base, that become big shows, like Severance, for example. So why not Dad, since it does have a following? It could. I think it would work. So I bet this is me trying to convince myself, like, yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. You can do this, because I'm trying to like tell myself it's worthy to be on TV. I think this movie is worthy of being on TV or streaming or in theaters.
I'm just going to say this. Dad Feels is the very first ARG I ever looked into. That's all I watched for almost a solid year. It was what got me into writing again. It was what got me into making the magazine. Almost everything I did started from being inspired by Dad Feels. So it is. It's not just, it is good enough. I want you to know right now, it is good enough. It is up there. It doesn't feel like I'm watching a YouTube series. It feels like I'm watching a TV show. You did a great job with the original production, and absolutely deserves to have at least a movie, if not a whole TV series like Severance. Seriously.
Okay, well, thank you. It is very good to hear that, because it's always just me in my head telling myself, I think it's good enough. But yeah, I'm glad. I need an executive to hear exactly what you just said. Like, go, oh, okay, sure.
I'll see what I can do now.
Yeah, I might clip this and take it to a picture.
Yeah,
so
go for it. I'm sure there'd be dozens of fans, hundreds probably, that would say basically the same thing I said.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, thank you. I fingers crossed. This seems like the time right now to do it. So, and I'm using every connection I have to make this happen.
So is this going to be like a packet of dad feels? Is this going to be kind of rehash of the story? Just, is it going to be a brand new story? Is it going to be connected? Is it going to answer some of the unanswered threads? Of course, a lot of things were answered. Some things weren't as blatantly answered. Or is it its own thing? Is it its own thing, or is it something directly connected to what happened before?
Story-wise, has nothing to do with the YouTube series. Basically, take this character and give him a whole new story. It's like a side story, I guess you could say, or just a new story. The thing with Dad is, I wrote another script 2 years ago or a year ago. It was totally different, a completely different thing. It took place mostly in the desert. And I could say, I think Dad could be a kind of an IP, where intellectual property, where you could do a movie every 2 years, and it's a completely different thing. But it's always the same guy, and the root of the story is he comes from this weird facility. A different writer and different director, hey, here's an image of this guy, go make a movie about him. You don't know what they're going to come up with. They might come up with him doing some strange thing here, and then this person will have some doing some strange thing here. This second one that I've written, which is now the movie, I think at the moment is the right one for audiences and for the fans. There's cans of food, there's all the familiar looking things. The sets won't be the same. One will look similar to the YouTube park set where you'd often see like people walking through, like where Marty net the Frisbee. That location.
I was so upset about that.
that was Tom. I gotta give credit to Tom. That was Tom's idea to have Marty die. Tom wanted more death and murder, and I was like, I don't want to go too far. I want to like, because people expect that, so I didn't want to give them what they expected. Yeah. Also, I like that Dad was like horror without really being horror, and it didn't need to go dark, but that was really funny and sad and shocking. So that was great. So this movie will be familiar faces, but not playing the same characters, similar-ish characters. Some of the actors from the YouTube series will be playing completely different characters, but I think that's like that sort of fan service I would like to give, is like, well, and I also like all these people and I work with them a lot, so it's like, well, let's put everyone in it, and they've all helped me out over the years. Let's make a movie. And if this becomes something, this is like my way of saying thank you for sticking with me doing these weird videos. Food will be expanded on. We'll learn a lot about food. Yeah, so food will be a big thing. And then music, there'll be new I think I'm trying to get this new song in there that I'm holding for the movie. There'll be similar elements like dancing, but the main thing is it's gonna be way, way darker, but also way bright and poppy and colorful like the YouTube series. So it has that contrast. It's funny and scary. So that is this current version of the movie, and then maybe later, if I could do another version or a sequel or whatever, or a series or something, and you could kind of just like do different things. But this version, I think, is the way to go, where mainstream audiences could like understand this story, what happens, what it's about, and it also touches on themes that things that Mom was doing in the YouTube series. It's sort of, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's like her work is kind of what this is about in a way. And I'm hoping people will walk away and go, okay, I think I understand what this was about. It's not super obvious. I will acknowledge that I think I made the YouTube series a little too confusing at times, but Dad was the weird thing. It's like you couldn't crank out content as Dad because it was like storyline. And then if you couldn't get the studio and the actors and the props and stuff right, and you couldn't get it out. But I would try to, as best I could on my own or with my brother, make things still and keep things coming out. So the story would kind of ebb and flow, in my opinion. This, I tried to make it a little bit easier to understand, hopefully. Not that I want to like sell out and become Hollywood, but Leatherface, Freddy Krueger, and now Art the Clown is like a new face of horror. You know, at Universal Studios, you see like all those faces. I feel like Dad very well could be one of those faces. Like the dad bald head smile. Right next to like Art could be the next Art the Clown, but in a different way. Not necessarily like I say this as a compliment, like in a Backrooms way, because like Kane, I think, has similar tastes to me and the things that he makes. And Backrooms, I don't think will ever get lumped up with Freddy Krueger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would like Dad to be like the art house scary face, you know, if that makes sense. Something that has like more integrity and like you have to think a little bit to understand it. But at the same time, this version of Dad is definitely more obvious horror than what Backrooms was.
So will this film lead into any other Dad videos in the future? Is that in the works yet?
Not that I know of at the moment. The movie, this is also going to be 30 minutes, if people didn't know that. It's a short film because I only raised $50,000. And I would love to do a feature, but I would need a lot more for that. So this is just that. This movie is just that. I don't know what I would do on the internet after. Well, I'm doing a sort of side thing at the moment with the VHS camera. It's basically me, Nathan, the guy who was originally Dad, going back into the facility where Mom worked, and they created this whole thing where the Dad character was, but the facility is empty, and it's like weird that it's so empty. So I'm sure you've seen it, but for those who haven't, that's kind of what it is. But yeah, I don't have anything connected to the movie for online content at the moment. Like the soundtrack and the songs and stuff like that I'll put out. I'm also finally, people have asked me since day one to make like a music channel of all the songs. People have always wanted the soundtrack to Dad, all the synthesizer stuff I play. And I was like, oh, it's only like a 10-second little loop that I'll make, and I don't have a song. So I was like, maybe I should go back and replay the stuff and record it and upload stuff on a Dad music channel. That's the score of the Dad series. So I think I'm going to do that. So the movie music would go up as well. And then if the new song comes out, I'll put out a music video from the movie on the channel.
So what you're telling me is we're finally going to have dun 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 dun.
Yep.
I hear that so much.
It'll be on the internet and you can listen to it forever.
Yes, perfect.
That was one of the first songs, I think, right?
Yeah, it was. I think it was the second video, I think.
Yeah.
I'll be doing something. I'll be just like putting something away. I'm just hearing it while I'm doing it.
That's fun. That's cool.
If you did have a dream casting for the short film coming up, it could be any star, any actor, actress. Who would you like to have, if it was possible?
There's one character that's not cast in this, and I'm hoping we could possibly get her. I think the schedule might not work out by the time we're ready to film. But Sarah Sherman from SNL, she does like kind of the gross, spooky, weird stuff.
Yeah.
I wrote with her one time. I met her once. She wouldn't remember this. We both wrote on the Eric Andre show one day. We had like a writer's room, and she was in there. And she wasn't on SNL at the time. She was just nobody. Well, we are all this bunch of like comedy friends. I shouldn't say nobody, but you know, we're all doing our own thing at that point. Years later, she now is on SNL, and she, I think, would be perfect for this one character that I need to cast. That is the one person I don't have. That would be my dream person. Other than that, the people that are in it are kind of the dream team already. Yeah. So I love everyone who was in the YouTube series, and that's the only person I can think of, Sarah Sherman. Fingers crossed. And also the producer knows her. There's two producers on this. One of them knows her. He's like, oh, I'll reach out when the time's right. And I was like, I think the SNL is going to be back and running, because this looks like we're going to be filming this in the fall now. Okay. So like September. So she would be in New York, and I don't know if she'd be able to do it. So, but we'd only need her for like a day. So maybe we can make it work. You
said there is going to be some new Dad music. Do you think there's going to be a new Dad album in the future?
Yes, there'll definitely be a new Dad album. I've made 2 new songs that are like basically ready to go out now. There's a guest singer on one. The one artist that's on it is on a tour at the moment, and when they're back, that's gonna be all figured out and then uploaded. But 2 new songs that have kind of a different feel, also dancey Dad songs, but like sort of a little different. The only comparison I can make it is the songs, to me, in a way, remind me of Sabrina Carpenter songs, even though it's not Sabrina, it's me singing. It's not a real singer, first of all, and it's also a man. It's just like she's like such a good like pop star.
Yeah.
But they're like a somber-ish Sabrina Carpenter sound to them, I guess. I've leaked them a little bit, so some of the fans have heard them like on streams. I've played snippets of it, and then the members have heard the full songs. So thank you, members. Yeah, I'd like to do another album as well, for sure. At least like 10 songs. So I got 8 more to go.
Are you going to try for other genres in the future? Or are you going to kind of keep it that synthwave Dad style? How are you looking at the music going forward?
A little bit harder electronic dance music. A little more like club, like rave. I'd like to have an album where I could go and play like some festival in the middle of a forest where everyone's got like neon glow sticks.
Gotcha.
And super trancey, super techno. Dad's just up there DJing. I think that would be a fun genre for Dad. It's very dancey, and it would only require like minimal, like little vocal hooks and things, so like Dad repeating. So it feels a little robotic in a way, which also matches the Dad sort of character, where it's almost like a machine made these songs to make Dad, because the whole story of original Dad is like this guy is made to be a pop star, but he's not doesn't look like what you expect a pop star to be. But this machine is created to be like a YouTube celebrity and pop star. So now the music represents that as well. It's like, okay, this machine popped out this song, and I think that type of music sort of suits that energy. This music now, the songs that are coming out is a lot more organic, and there's like guitar and stuff, and it's just a little more human, I guess.
Yeah.
And the emotions behind it, the somberness is like beyond that one, where they're talking about what's beyond the facility and the trees and stuff. And there's that synthesizer female vocal singing with me.
What about the songs disconnected from Dad? You work on anything new for Nathan, or I think you've kind of archived Keith Apicary for the moment?
I'm doing little shorts as Keith, but it's nothing to even talk about. It's just like I'll get paid by a game company per view. So it's like cool. If I find games that I actually like, and I will play them, and I download them, and I'm like, oh, this is actually cool. I'll play it, and I'll go, okay, so then I'll just do a little short as Keith saying, you should try this game. I played it, it's really cool, and it's Keith endorsing it. And then I'll get paid like a penny per view or something like that. So it's like, okay, it's a little bit of cash, which is nice, and it's not something I'm actually pushing things I like. But other than that, I don't have anything. Oh no, that's a lie. I'm totally lying to you. I'm getting on a call right after this because I totally forgot about this. I'm gonna be going to Beverly Hills as Keith this week, I think.
Awesome.
To start this little project where we're trying to pitch a Keith Apicary reality TV show that would be sort of like a dating reality TV show where these girls have to date Keith, and like they don't know I'm in character, so I'm like pranking them basically.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're not really on a dating show, they're on a prank show, and they don't know it basically.
So this is unscripted then.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, basically it's like it's reality TV using my character, and I'm just like Andy Kaufman the whole time. Amazing. So I totally forgot about that. I had to get on that call after this. So yeah, it will be
that answers that.
And then that will go on the internet first. We think we want to put something to put on the internet, and if that catches on, we'll do more of them, and then use all this. If it's successful, use that success in our pitch.
What have you been working on aside from YouTube related things and video projects?
The main thing, what I'm doing during the day is like talking to people about the Dad film. So I've made 2 other short films that were just so much easier. I just got the crew, we went out and shot it. I went to Portland for Milford, I went to the desert for Neutral, but for Dad, this one is proving so difficult. It will happen. I have headway now. I'm talking to all these different studios. So that's what I'm working on all the time, is the Dad short film and getting that done. And then I'm editing the What's Going On Around Here series on the Nathan channel, the VHS thing.
It was nice catching up with you. Like I said, it's been a long time.
Likewise.
Needed to do this again. Especially after the movie, I would like to get with you again and talk a little bit about the movie. Maybe some experiences you've heard after. Are you going to be like premiering at like a theater, kind of like a film festival?
I'd like to, so I'm not sure what to do at this point, because I wanted to go the festival run. And I think it could get into some good festivals, like fingers crossed, Sundance and stuff like that. I want to submit it, so we'll see. But then I wasn't sure, because like everything nowadays is like everything's getting picked up and bought off of YouTube. So it's like, should I just get it on YouTube sooner than later, so that I can then, if it gets a lot of views? The thing is, I don't know if it will get a lot of views, because Dad's audience is like, I'm not uploading enough to keep the audience around. So will I hurt myself by uploading it and it gets no views? And then the producers and the Hollywood that watches it is like, oh, no one cares about this. So should I just follow through and go since I have never done Sundance, I think I would like to take this festival route, because that would be like a dream of mine. Also, I always, with my short films, go the festival route first. It gets in some festivals and it gets some like credit under the projects. Then I can upload it later saying, hey, this was at Sundance, which could then help it get views. So I'm not sure the exact route to take, but I'll probably do the film festival route and then internally pitch it around to like, people I know in the industry. And with the people who are in it, I think it'll help, because they're all like friends I've worked with over the years that are all doing cool things on their own. So I think it'll be an impressive little cast.
You got me on the path to allowing creativity back into my life. So thank you for that.
Oh, awesome. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, it's nice. That's, I think, the whole point of living on this planet is to make things and just be busy creating stuff for people to then get their own ideas and make their own stuff. And it just spirals and we're all just making strange things. So,
and then when the aliens find it, they're like, oh, they'll either think we're crazy or they'll think that this planet was just completely random and chaotic.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we're going to go back this way. We save ourselves by making weird things.
Exactly, because we'll leech onto them too, and then their whole culture changes, and now they're all making short films.
Yeah, we're changing the universe.
All right, well, I appreciate it again, Nathan. Thank you for meeting with me. I really enjoyed having this chat. Like I said, I was really glad to catch up again. It's been forever, and I am super excited about the movie. Again, you said you haven't really started on it yet? Like it's still in kind of pre-production phase?
I'm visiting studio spaces. Right now what's happening is I've gone to different locations where we can apparently build these sets and leave these sets up. One place we had for like weeks, we're like, this was the spot we're gonna do. And now it's proving very difficult to do because there's no roof at this location. So it's completely outside. There is a sort of a roof in one area. So it would be hard. It's where they build stuff. It's a workshop basically. So that's just, it's not gonna really work. So we have to shoot only at night, which would limit me with getting certain actors who are working on television shows and movies to, hey, can you come at night? And it just makes scheduling harder. And I have to talk to another guy who also has another workshop that it would be free, I think, as well. So I'm just going to these places with the producers and the camera people and like trying to figure out, can this work for what we have to do? And can we leave the set up for a while? Because I won't get this actor for another week and I don't want to tear the set down and then put it back together. It's just kind of like logistically, it's a really complicated thing, but it will happen and we'll get through it. We'll find this magical spot and then someone will just let us leave these sets until we bang out everything. But I'm realizing now that I think we're going to probably finish shooting like at the end of the year. We'll start in September and probably just go for a few months and get through all of these scenes. It will be worth it, and it won't be the hardest thing I've ever done, which I keep reminding myself, so it will be fine.
So we're looking at possibly a late spring release, maybe at the earliest?
Probably. I think members will see, like people who donated to Indiegogo, once I have a cut, like hopefully January, February, I'll send it to them. This is all speculation, though. I hope maybe we'll get some magical location. We can just bang the whole thing out in like a month. But I'm expecting it on the later side, and then if that is the case, then it'll probably be like January, February.
All right. Well, again, thank you. Thank you so much for doing this. And
my pleasure. Thank you.
Good luck on the Keith Abacari thing that you're about to have a call that you forgot existed. So maybe I actually reminded you and you didn't miss your call.
Yep. Thank you. And that I'm shaving head for the dad YouTube series lately. It works. Where I'm like, I should double dip and do some Keith stuff as well. So I'm just doing all the characters I can right now.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right. Have a good one, Nathan.
You too. Bye-bye.